When redesigning the Beta Change website, we decided we wanted a fixed navigation along the top. This means that when you scroll down, this bar along the top stays fixed and only the content scrolls. We wanted this because it means the Beta Change logo is always there in the top left, which means like it sort of builds a brand identity. When you when you want to access other pages as well, the links to all the other pages are always visible, which means it's easy to navigate. They're always there. You can access them from anywhere on the website. It also has call to action buttons to adopt and donate along the top. The reason to have these at the top is because they need to be call to action buttons to get the user's attention. They're always there. They can always get to them. And these are quite important parts of what Beta Change is trying to do. We'll have a carousel image below which looks quite professional, and it can showcase what Beta Change do through images, which is using different types of media on these sorts of pages means that the the user and the reader of the page is always engaged. It's not just big blocks of text, which can become a bit tedious at times. Below we'll have a news feed of latest updates posted. These will be took from their social media accounts, probably Facebook, as that's the one that's most regularly updated and up to date. There used to be a blog here, but we decided to get rid of it because it wasn't being updated, and it can be put on the homepage, which keeps people up to date more than if it's just a page, one of the last pages on the navigation. It also used to be a Facebook widget, which we decided looks quite outdated and it would be better to have it in a panel layout of all these posts, as you can it takes up the space better and doesn't look like it looks like it should fit on the site, rather than before it just sort of whacked in there and wasn't really given much of a purpose in terms of the design. Like, it just seemed a bit irrelevant. So links to these social media accounts will also be at the bottom of the page. Pages where there's no scrolling is always visible, and if you so quite a few of the pages on the site, these links will always be visible, which means it's important to get like a big social media following and these sort of things, because it's easier for people to share things like events and causes, and it will help the cause a lot with a big social media following. So having them easy to access is rather important. So from the homepage, you go to the About Us page. Before this block of text that was about Beta Change was on the homepage, but it didn't really have a title, and it was just a big block of text that a user wouldn't you didn't know what it was about, like, straight away when you see it, and there was too much text and it wasn't very engaging. Like, I can't imagine many people read all the way through that. So have it on a About Us page with an image as well, and cutting down the text a bit means it'll be more engaging and more people are going to read it. Also, this being Meet the Team page, but if we put this on the About Us page, you can also have user profiles. Having profiles on each member means that the target audience, when they look at it, if they see people of the same sort of demographic as them in the team, it helps them engage with it and know that like people like them are getting involved and they can do this sort of thing as well. On the What We Do page, it will show all the services on offer. For example, there's book a school workshop, book a swarm collection. You also offer things like planting beehives, in your school, in the community, and they also help look after bees that look after your beehive when you're away. Things like this, it told you what they did, but it didn't really tell you how to get them to do it for you. There was just I think the bottom said to drop them an email, but we decided to set up a booking system for these things. So you go on the booking system, and it makes it simpler for people to get to these facilities and events. The form will start with a drop-down box. You can choose your service. It will be there'll be a link under each service on the what we do. So like you have one here and one here, and let's say you click on swarm collection, it would say it would already be selected to swarm collection. Then you'd input your details, and the way this will work is that it would be the same booking for systems for services and events. Some events you have to pay for, but the services are generally free. So aspects such as payment are not going to be on this thing on the form if you're selecting a service. So there are also these are required fields of information. So if you don't fill them in and book the thing, and an error message will come up saying that you haven't put in the right information, because if they book something without all the required information, it might be difficult to get in touch and take things further in terms of supplying their service to the user. So if you click on book, it would go with a confirmation, and it would say what's been inputted. It would also output here and like the text. So let's just say you book a swarm to be collected. It would just say thank you for booking a swarm collection with us here. So on the confirmation page, the big tick makes it clear of what's actually is confirmed. Like this is pretty much a universal logo for confirmation. From this stage, it will send a confirmation email to the customer, and as well as an alert to be a change of this has been booked. I mean, obviously, if services just as like setting up a beehive in a school, you're gonna have to talk further about how this is gonna happen, like what sort of like the plan of action is for going through with it. So it will send the email to the customer saying be a change will be in touch soon about it with more information. Be a change will get the alert with the contact details of the person's email, and it creates a link of communication between both Be a change and the user. On the Get Involved page, they'll have the events, which will use the same booking system as the services, but if you book an event, like the events are generally paid for, so yeah, you have to think that the payment information will be a required field as well, whereas it was disabled before because it wasn't needed in the services. And again, if you book, it will give you a confirmation of the event, and then it will email the user tickets or whatever they need for this event. So when they get involved, they have all the events here, and then they also have like a section on why you should help and what get involved via adoption of beehives or donating money to Be the Change. Before it had things on adopt and donate, but didn't really tell you why you should donate, why is it urgent that they need these donations, and why you should adopt a beehive. Adopting a beehive, it has a page. It goes to the page that's the same link up here, the call to action, but it will tell you about what you get from adopting a beehive, and then it will show the image of the certificate you get when you adopt a beehive, and then you have the required fields here to input, and then you can adopt, and then simple as that. Like, thank you for adopting the beehive. The big green tick again makes it clear, and it will then send the confirmation email to them, and then with more information. So from here, there is the beekeeping page, which gives a lot of information about bees and beekeeping. They had videos on their website all about this whole thing about keeping your beehives, and how all the things you should know, really. They've done this through videos and text, and I think there's quite a lot of information. When you scroll down, there'll be more images to sort of break up the text, so the read isn't too hefty. Then from here, there's also the donate buttons, always clear at the top. It is the same as the adopt, but we would use a JustGiving API. So using this widget, it makes it look sort of more professional, knowing that you're linked in with like big companies that do sort of charitable causes. The why donate thing will be in more detail about your donation rather than the helping in general. And then you donate, and it would take you through JustGiving, and then it will give you a confirmation of your donation. Because before you could only donate the fixed amount as to adopt a beehive, even though on PayPal it said you could donate whatever you wanted. So it was a bit sort of confusing if you wanted to donate but not adopt, because adopting had to be £35, but it said you could donate any amount, but it was fixed to £35. And it also went to a personal email, which some people might not be too sure when it comes to donating, about doing it to a personal email. So with JustGiving, it goes. You feel like it's going directly to the cause, and it's directly helping, and think it will make more people donate. So we also have the contact form at the top, or navigation. So it's easy to contact Be The Change. It's got all the social media, the phone, the email, and then also have a contact form at the bottom. It's easier for people to email Be The Change and get in touch with them through a form than taking an email and writing it out. So it means they don't have to leave the Be The Change website. So you all just input your name and your email and your message, and you'd submit it, and it would come up at output on the form saying that your email has been sent. So that makes it a lot simpler for the user. So overall, the way we've redesigned the site is that we made it a lot more easier for the user to get around, and that they're given more information, but it's in a more it's like less hefty. Like, it's broken up more. You've got more images, more different types of media, booking systems, which make it easier for the user to just use Be The Change.